Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I am just testing this right now. I can't get my phone to connect to my computer screen, so I had to turn it around. All right, so let's see. Today is the 1st of August already. I'm gonna try to get this video up today. I don't know if it'll be this video, but it'll be a video. So I wanted to focus on, this is the third video, and the last one of the challenge. So I'd kind of like to do it right. Let's see. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today, and oh, good morning, by the way, and welcome. Sorry, I am really bad at this. Okay, so 3 to 5 things that I wanted to talk about that I learned during this this challenge. And I know I said last time I was going to show you some of my artwork, and I plan to do that. I don't know if it's going to be in this video. It possibly will. Let's see what happens. But anyway, I wanted to share some of the things that I've learned. Maybe it might help some people out there, hopefully, and see where this goes. So welcome, my name is Sunday. If you didn't already know that, thank you for clicking on my channel. And I'm going to try to get through this without too much trouble, but again, I might have to refilm. So let's try this. Okay, so 3 to 5 things I've learned since I started YouTube. Oh my goodness, wow. There's more than 3. There's more than 5. I mean, I've learned so much. I think that first and foremost, if you're getting into this this YouTube environment to make videos and to upload videos and to put them out there for the world to see, I think the best thing is to go into this not expecting anything. I mean, you know, like don't expect to make money right away. Some people do, but it's a rare thing. I don't think that it's a common thing for people to just jump right in and start actually making some money on this. That's very rare. So so don't expect to make any money right away. Some of the things that I've actually learned outside of just the YouTube and filming part of it is learning to edit and learning to put up what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it, to use Canva to do my thumbnails and things like that. So that's been fun. I've been, you know, learning more about that. Also, I didn't write this on my notes, but one of the things that I've been utilizing more than I ever have in the past, which I never thought in a million years that I would, is AI. It's so interesting and it's fun. It can be. I mean, I've learned so much, and it's kind of fun to use. So I downloaded Claude on my computer, but I've been using ChatGPT for a bit, and then I also used whatever comes out through Google. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so those are things that I've learned to make my videos better, hopefully. So I mean, it's a process. I think being patient with yourself, especially if you're not tech savvy. I'm not extremely tech savvy. I mean, I can figure things out, but sorry, I don't jump right into this knowing exactly what it is that I'm supposed to do. Some of the programs like Shotcut, my son had me download that one, CapCut. Those are 2 of the editing things. I know there's another one that I learned about just recently. I don't remember what it's called. Did I write it down here? I don't remember. I don't know. There's another one that's out there that's supposed to be pretty good, and I don't know anything about it. So anyway, but so that's one more thing that I've learned. Sorry for stumbling around here, but you know, this is me. So Another thing that I've also learned, which is, I guess it comes with the territory is, learning about yourself and what you're capable of. I never in a million years imagined myself being able to do this. I'm glad that I am able to and not fearful of it anymore. At first it was extremely intimidating. I've got to be honest. I was like, oh, what am I doing? But if you just talk to basically the phone, like you'd be talking to a friend, having a conversation with anybody, act like you actually are talking on the phone. That's kind of a cool thing to do, thinking about it that way. Even though you're not getting any response right away back, you're basically talking like you would be talking on the phone. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, I definitely learned about myself and what I'm capable of doing. So that's going to be a continuous work in progress, I think. More and more that I do this, the more and more I'm going to learn that are good things, that are bad things. It's very interesting when you put yourself on video. Because when I started doing the videos, I remember after I watched it, I thought, Cindy, why are you talking so slow? And like, I don't know, it was weird. Like, is that how you talk? I mean, I talk like I'm depressed, and I'm, I guess I am. But it's like, when I was doing that, I thought, wow, that's what people are seeing, I mean, I guess that's okay. It is me. That's who I am. But yeah, it'd be better if you be a little bit more cheerful. I think people are want to watch that more so than that kind of thing. So anyway, that was just something that I learned. Also, I think for anybody getting into this too, another thing to really take into consideration that it's a business. This is a job. This isn't just, it could be fun, sure, and it is fun. It is. I'm learning a lot, and it is fun to learn these new things and to try different stuff. But it's also a job. This is a job. This is like, it can be a full-time job, I work a full-time job Monday through Friday. I have the weekends off. Today is Saturday. This is really the only time that I have, honestly, to video, and so to upload my videos. I'm either going to do it today or tomorrow. So yeah, so that's that's something to really take into consideration. And it's not really anything that I thought about. I thought, oh, this will be fun, it'll be learning, and it is. And I'm not going to put it down for that, but I am learning that if you want to make this, if you want to make money from this, it's like any other thing that you want to make money from. It's a lot of work. It's time. You got to put time into it. Take your time. Be patient, and just give it what you can. Like I said, I'm working full time. So if I had the energy and the time, which I guess I could make time, I work from home 2 days a week still, which is nice, which that's not going to stay that way. I can imagine it's probably going to change here pretty shortly. Yeah, so take those 2 days that I work from home and make videos, like, since I don't have to commute, not that my commute's that far, but right now, but anyway, yeah, so that's something to consider. So yeah, just realize with any business that you get into, whether it's YouTube, starting up a store, starting a, if you wanted to open a restaurant or storefront or even an online store, it takes time. It takes time to get yourself out there, to have people see you, to want to watch you. So those are things to take into consideration. Let's see. And the last, well, not the last, but one of the 5 things that I wrote down was that I learned is that, that I do have something to offer. I think that was the biggest stumbling block for me in the beginning. What am I going to tell people? You know, I don't have anything to share with anybody that's going to want to listen to this stuff. But I do. You know, I have things to talk about. Does anybody want to hear what I have to say? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. You know, I'm 61 now. I've done a lot in my life. Moved around a lot to different states. I think I've lived in, I don't know, I have to count them, probably 10. 10 different states in my life. I think I'm a professional mover, if I'm being honest. I've moved so many times in my life. I don't like it, but I've done it, and it's, you know, it is part of who I am. It's part of what's made me who I am. What else? Let's see. I mean, I have things to talk about as far as that's concerned, but I also want to share some of my passions. You know, things that I like to do. You know, and I want to do more of. You know, I live in Washington State right now. It's a beautiful state, and I have barely even scratched the surface of what this place has to offer. I've been to a few areas, but there's so much that I haven't seen, and I've been here for almost 10 years. 10 years. It'll be 10 years next year in May that I have lived here. I came up here from California to for my job that I have, and my son lived here already, and he's lived here over 10 years already. There's just so much to see and so many things to do, and I had, like I said, just barely scratched the surface. So I want that to change. I do. I want it to change, and I'm my own worst enemy. I don't really like. I'm very an introvert. I didn't realize that about myself. I mean, I kind of did, but I didn't realize how much of an introvert I was. So yeah, that's something to take into consideration too. So, but I need to stretch myself. I need to push myself and make myself do things that are outside my comfort zone. Just like this videoing, I have never done this before, so that's definitely pushing me outside my comfort zone. Anyway, so those are some of the things that, you know, I figure I'd talk about that I've learned starting this YouTube channel, and things I'd like to see for my future. I don't want to work, you know, until I'm too old to do anything. I want to get out there and explore the world and do things and have the money to do things. So, you know, when I do finally am able to not have to work outside the home anymore. So that was one of the main purposes for me to start this YouTube channel. Not only just to learn something new and to have fun and share my life. You know, if nobody else watches this, you know, I have it for my son, for family members that are still left, and they might want to see, you know, a record of my life and what I have to say. And so, you know, if nothing else, that's what will happen. So I'm really glad that I did this challenge. I hope that Rob the Maritimer has another challenge. It would be nice to be able to do something similar to this, or even something extending on this. Getting involved in the community, knowing that there's a lot of people out there that are in the same boat as me, you know, that have felt the way that I feel and have felt that I didn't have anything to offer, and that I don't know if I could do this, and that I'd just mess it all up. And, you know, but yeah, you're gonna mess it up. That's normal, you know. You're not gonna jump right into this and know exactly how to do everything. It's very rare that somebody does that. So anyway, so thank you for listening to me today. Again, I hope that I can get this one up and post it on YouTube. I'm going to try to do a little bit of editing. I don't know how that's going to go, but we're going to give it a try. So yeah, hopefully you guys are learning something new about me every time I post. That would be nice. Like I said, I do want to share some of my gifts with you as far as like my art and that kind of stuff. So I do need to plan. That's another thing. When you do this YouTube, you really need to plan ahead. Don't just jump right in and start doing it. You gotta make a plan. Be organized. And like I said, it is a business. If you really want this to go somewhere and make money doing it, and give some, focus on the audience that you want to reach, you really need to come up with a plan and be organized and just try to stay focused on the things that you want to share. Being all over the board, yeah, that's gonna happen. That's I think for a lot of people, you're gonna just be out there just blah 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 blah. But I hope that I can keep from doing that. Little by little, every time I do one of these, I get a tiny bit better. I'm learning to focus on the camera. Don't look at myself. I tried to switch my camera over to my computer screen so that I could stay in focus, but for some reason it's not working. It didn't want to connect, so I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, those are some of the things. Lightworks is that editing program. I just saw it now. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be traveling next year on my birthday. I put down a deposit to go to Australia. I've never been there. The only country that I've ever been out, beside the United States is Canada. So, which I don't know if that counts. Yeah, it does. It does. No, I'm just kidding. It counts. But yeah, I traveled all the way across Canada, just about dropped down into North Dakota. So I don't know if that counts. I want to get over to the East Coast right now. Wouldn't be a good idea because of the fires, but hopefully they're getting those under control. So I'm blabbing. I'm yattering. I'm yattering. So anyway, so thank you again for listening to me. My name is Sunday. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna change my channel name to Sunny's Journey because I think that opens up more of a door for me to reach more people, I think. So because I don't really have a focus as far as what people I want to reach, so I think that's going to help a little bit. You're going to learn about my journey through YouTube, my journey in my life, and my future and what it has to offer. So yeah, I put down a deposit to go to a stitching retreat in Australia for next year. I'll be gone for 5 days, and I plan on videoing my journey. So wish me luck. I hope that it happens. I hope that I can get all the money together to make it happen. I'm gonna have to get somebody to come and watch my kitties. So that's a thing. I might have to take them and put them in a thing. I don't think anybody's going to come and watch them. I mean, my son could, but I don't want to depend on him to do that. He's got a full-time job himself, and he's also got his own cats that he has to take care of. But I know he'd do it, but that's, whatever. Anyway, so this is one more thing that I wanted to share with y'all. Hopefully this video gets posted. If not, I'll make another one, and hopefully it'll be better. So, have a great day. Have a great week. I'll check back with you later on, and yeah. Welcome to my video. Welcome to my scattered life. All right. Well, take care and have a great day. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.